Mayor Eric Adams says Abbott is doing this as a political ploy. But one former New York governor has a different take. David Paterson, former Democratic governor of New York, said, quote, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has come up with one of the most brilliant political strategies I've heard in a long time. There are a lot of things I don't like about what he's doing. However, sometimes you have to tip your hat to your opponent. It has really paid dividends to him politically. While Abbott and Adams continue their war of words, Arizona's Republican Governor Doug Ducey is working to close the gaps in the state's border with Mexico by himself, starting with Yuma. Crews spent this past weekend filling border wall gaps with shipping containers and barbed wire after President Biden stopped construction on the border wall. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is here with us. In fact, she is also there where these construction containers are going. I'm thinking, Allie, 60 construction containers, that's sort of like, you know, building, I don't know, like a little tiny wall on a very long, vast border.
I mean, you're exactly right, Leland. Now it is 42 containers, so it's even less than what we anticipate there. But it doesn't even span the whole entire stretch. When you look at it, it ends. So when he says that the Yuma Gap is closed, we're kind of left scratching our heads a little bit, because you can totally look at it and the shipping containers end. And then this is what a lot of people consider as the Yuma Gap. We're standing in front of one of the major crossings. Earlier today, there were 50 people when we showed up getting on a bus. Then earlier this morning, there were 100 migrants here that had just crossed into the U.S. illegally as well through this hole in the wall. So they've got a lot of work to do. I asked them why they didn't start with this one, because it's one of the busiest crossings. And as you can see, there's a big kind of dip down here. So they said it takes a little engineering and a little more strategy to fill this hole here.
Got to get around the dip somehow. Hard to imagine that's what all it takes to stop building anything. Big picture, you've obviously been spending a lot of time covering the border, and then this now idea by Arizona and Texas to send migrants north, either to D.C. Or to New York City. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.